This is a message for believing women. The other day, my family and I were playing Bible trivia, and one of the questions was, on what day of creation did God create man and woman? And of course, we knew the answer was day 6. But what finally resonated and clicked with us was that God created male and female on day 6, and then on day 7 he rested from all his works, therefore meaning they rested as well, which would be referred to as the Sabbath. So the Sabbath has been established from the very beginning. We see it in Genesis chapter 2 verses 2 through 3. And so I wanted to start back in Genesis chapter 1 so you can see that man and woman were created on day 6, and then see how it flows right into the next chapter talking about the Sabbath day, which is the mark between Jehovah and his people. Exodus 31 verses 13 through 17, Ezekiel 20:20, Ezekiel 20:12. So to begin in Genesis 1:27, so God created man in his own image, so in his own likeness. In the image of God created he him, male and female created he them. And God blessed them, and God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. And God said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree, in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat. And we see in chapters 6 through 9 that Noah brought 7 pairs of the clean animals and 2 pairs of the unclean, because the clean animals were used for food and for sacrifices, and the unclean animals are the bottom feeders of this earth. You see God's menu in Leviticus 11 and Deuteronomy chapter 14, including that you should not eat pork, shrimp, shellfish, crab, lobster, etc. So go read those, because those food laws have not been done away with. And so continuing on in verse 30, and to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life, I have given every green herb for meat. And it was so. And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning were the 6th day. And now you're going to go read Genesis chapter 2 immediately. It's going to flow like a scroll. There wasn't chapter breaks. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. And on the 7th day God ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the 7th day from all his work which he had made. And God blessed the 7th day and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all his work which God created and made. So the Sabbath day is the 7th day, so Saturday dawn to Sunday dawn. It is the sign between God, Jehovah, and his people. And so, like it tells us in Mark 2:27, Sabbath was made for man and not man for Sabbath. So think about how air was made for you, not for air. So do we just live without breathing? Think about that for a second. Our Father sets apart this one day each and every week. He made this day for us to sup with him, to receive healing, to gather within covenant believers, to break bread with one another, to see the Holy Spirit working within the body, to edify, to encourage, to hear each other's testimonies, to pray with each other, to renew our spirits. He gives us this one day as a gift, a spiritual blessing, a holy appointment to draw us near to him. And you think that it's done away with? You think that a perpetual, everlasting covenant is done away with? How come the Sabbath, Saturday, is the most business-filled day each week? That is when businesses, restaurants, organizations are making the most money. When it's supposed to be a day of rest, a day in His Word. Is it really so hard to set apart that one day, to let go of your worldly lifestyle and to give Him the praise, the glory, and the honor? If you can't even keep that one day a week of rest now, then you're not going to make it into the rest that is to come. And we see that in Hebrews chapter 3 and Hebrews chapter 4.